Global Health Series number 49. I'm Professor Silvanus Okeke. We are talking to global health today as it concerns everyone. We are not dealing with countries. This has to do with all individuals living on this globe. We want to talk about determinants of health globally. And in that, it means we are going to talk about the birth, the biology, the genetics. We are going to talk about individual behavior, the social determinants of health, the physical environment and social environment, as well as health services. It is in health services we have healthcare delivery system. When we talk of birth, biology and genetics, we are referring to where someone is born, where somebody grows up, where someone lives and works. And that means that will determine the kind of life that person is likely to live. If you live in a dirty environment or a crowded environment, if you are born in a place where people are not taken care of in any form, you live in a congested area and you work in a dirty environment, it means it has to really do with their life. When we talk of individual behavior, when it concerns health, we are talking of alcohol use, for instance. How do you use drugs? People who smoke and smoke everything, marijuana inclusive, unprotected sex and smoking. All this will determine how you live your life. Alcohol use, when it is excessive, you know what that means. Or dealing with drugs, injecting drugs into the body. That will, of course, show exactly how long somebody is likely to live. You have unprotected sex with all the diseases around, HIV, and all the other ones. It means you want to shorten your life. If you smoke excessively, the doctors are saying that smoking is not good for your lungs, it's not good for your health. It means you want to shorten your life. Then there is the social environment. There's a lot of disparity in the system. Disparity among blacks, among whites, disparity in income, discrimination in gender. You're a male, you're a female, you're transgender. All these are contributory factors to how people live their lives. The disparity in this world is so much so that you see people, some are progressing and living well, wealthy, and some are suffering and living within the poverty zone. Something ought to happen, something has to be done. Then you have the physical environment. The physical environment where somebody lives. Are you living in a crowded environment? Are you living in a place that is well planned out? Are you living where there are trees and green leaves, where people really live good lives? Or are you living in shanties or in huts or living in the bush and so on and so forth? The crowded condition will normally not allow somebody to live long. So the physical environment and planning the environment in which we live will surely contribute to how long people live within their environment. And lastly, you have the health services. The healthcare delivery system, if you check all the countries from United States, Norway, Sweden, and the rest of them, down to Japan, you see that where people have good healthcare system, good healthcare delivery system, where the quality of healthcare is high, people are likely to live longer. Where people are having health insurance and you have universal health insurance like in Germany, like in Norway, like in Sweden, and so many of these other countries, including Britain, people are catered for. In Canada, they live longer than when people don't have all these things. When people don't have health insurance and the quality of healthcare delivery is so poor, you expect the people to die young. In a lot of hospitals, especially in the African countries, people who are taken to emergency sections in the hospital are never treated until they pay some money. And where is the money coming from? So they end up dying. So those are some of the issues that we need to tackle globally, especially the leaders in all these different countries. They ought to look at these issues and see where we can improve on some of them than leaving people to live just this way. These are factors which we need to take into consideration if we want to improve the life expectancy of people. The bed has to be taken into consideration, how we cater for the young ones, the biology, the genetics of the environment in which someone is born. The individual behavior, alcohol use, drug use has to be looked upon. When people are smoking excessively, it's likely to affect their health. They were smoking like that in Japan, but when they realized that it was better to drop smoking so much, they live better lives and their life expectancy is very high. Then the social environment too, where there is a lot of disparity and discrimination, income discrimination, gender discrimination, people are not likely to live long because you shorten their life with all that kind of social determinants. Or where the environment is crowded or people are living in dirty shanties, you don't expect them to live long. Finally, the healthcare delivery system in a country ought to be looked at and taken care of adequately so that people can live longer. Thank you. That's where we are going to stop for today, and we will continue with Global Health Series number 50 when we meet again.